Yeah, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. I got a couple things on my mind. First thing first, I guess I can make the announcement first. I'll make the announcement while it's fresh in my mind. First thing first, I finally got a Facebook page after 2 years. My own Facebook page for DJ Wolf Live. I should have just left it at DJ Wolf, but it's DJ Wolf Live on Facebook. It's DJ Wolf space live on Facebook. You can get to it tonight. I'm going to send some posts, and I'm going to send a link to my webpage. Well, once I beef it up a little bit, but I'm going to send some links to my podcast and my YouTube channels, and I'll let you know what's going on with that. That's the first thing first. Second of all, I gotta say this, and I don't mean no harm outside of my wife, but based on what I've been dealing with the last 2 weeks, I gotta say it. Some of y'all black women ain't about shit. Really. Always about the drama, always about the bullshit. You know, I'm going to say that, and I will be talking about that on a later date. Maybe even talk about it tonight. Speaking of which, my show is on the night. Probably about 10 or 11 tonight. It's going to be on late. I know that. So, because if you're a Twitter fan and you follow me on Twitter, you will know when I be on, because I'm going to definitely make sure I send you a note. And hopefully I'll try to get the phone situation straight with that too. Otherwise, I will be on tonight. I might even bring back, scary thought, Blog Talk Radio. I kind of don't, because I can't really. The only reason I can't really bring back Blog Talk Radio is for one main reason, and one main reason only. Because Blog Talk Radio, you have to schedule around their schedules, and I may not always be available around that schedule that I planned it for. And I've had a hard time trying to. If you don't schedule it, then when you try to go in there and do an automatic live show, it always gives you problems. It's always giving me problems when I try to go in there and just do a random live show. It will not let you do that. So, which is the great thing about Spreaker. I can do a random live show whenever I feel like it. I ain't gotta go through all the drama. Just do it right on the freaking fly. These speed demons out here tonight. Really? But I just thought I'd say that. You know, it's just, random this, random that on Spreaker, where I can go in anytime I want and do a show. Like what I'm doing right now and doing the show. I rarely do it live while I'm on the road, so. And I can do it. I have done it live on the road, but I don't do it at all because I don't get time to really get my thoughts together. And besides that, I can't tell you exactly what the subject is while I'm on the road. Well, I can tell you what the subject is while I'm on the road. I just can't put it on the and post it, because if I do it live, I have to post the subject directly on there. So that's that, and then usually I can go ahead, if I do it like I'm doing it now, just record it, then I can post everything and make sure everything goes to where it needs to go. And while I'm on the road, I usually have time to do all that. But anyway, I want to get started on two things first. First thing first, the rematch between the Super Bowl champions, Denver Broncos, and the opponent, the Carolina Panthers, had opened up the season for 2016 NFL season last night. I wasn't able to stay up late, but I did see some of the highlights of the plays. The final score was 21-20. Denver beat him by 1 point. Cam Newton did gallantly fought back after he got bruised up about 4 or 5 times on several plays with these crazy ass hits hitting him on the helmet, hitting him in the stomach, and the refs never called it. Never called it. And with 2 headbutts, major headbutts that I saw, it was deliberate. And you could see it. They hit him way too high. And it was on purpose. Never called those plays. I think they said they called one back and then they recalled it. But damn near all those bad plays, the hits that were made by Denver's defense were never recalled. And that's bullshit. I'm hoping they get fined for that, because this is BS. But they definitely should have got recalled. Those plays should have been called. They should have been called back, and they should have been penalized. And they weren't. That's not what gets me upset about it. Well, it does, but what gets me equally and even more upset is that Cam Newton tried to downplay the situation. He said he didn't even know he got hit. He didn't know he was. He said he wasn't bothered by the hits, and that the referees were quote unquote doing their job, and he had no issue with it. I'm like, are you serious? You had no issues at all? All them hits you were getting? And then they said they didn't find any issues with him with any hair injury problems, and they put him right back in the game. Well, he actually marched down, within field goal range, and the kicker, of course, Cano bowled it. So that's when the final score was 21-20. Denver win again. And Cam, to be honest with you, he didn't look that bad. But I'm gonna tell you, I still think the Super Bowl 50 was a setup. I'm gonna say it again. The Super Bowl 50 was a complete setup. More on that later. I'm gonna talk about that too. But I just couldn't believe he said that. Now, speaking of other subs and flubs and fiascos and disasters, Kanye West recently held what we call a fashion show out near Central Park. It looked like it appeared to be Central Park. It was in New York. I know that. It was in Manhattan, New York. And of course, guess what the fashion wear was? Burlap sacks again. What is with this guy? He designed these so-called dresses and skirts and all of that for these women, and they're all the same fucking color. And that's not even the bad part. It was outside in the fucking heat. Look, not only in the heat, no shade. Yeah, the girls were sweating. It was so bad. The girls, a number of those girls had passed out. They just got laid on the ground, on the grass. And then they said what everything that was leading up to it was a disaster as well. None of his in-laws showed up for it, and I guess Kim was getting annoyed because he was getting upset. So, to make a long story short, dude, go back and do what you used to do best. Rap. Because you ain't no fashionista or whatever you trying to be in the fashion world. You suck. Big talk, Kanye. Serious talk, for real. Don't quit your day job. Go back to doing what you did best. Go back to the skills that you know as the rapper that made you great at one time. Seriously. Because you really lost it, man. You really lost it. Damn shame, man. For real. Yep. And tone down your ego too, buddy. Because your ego, I think, is what really got you in the doghouse right now. I hate to say it. Well, let me go pick up dinner for the missus here. Let me go pick up dinner. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. I'm going to get a show in. If I don't get a show in tonight, but it's going to be tomorrow. But it's going to be this weekend. But I'm going to get it in. Yep. Got to do another show because I got a lot on my mind. Among other things that I may or may not talk about. Alright, guys, it's DJ Wolf. Questions or comments? Questions or comments. Please, by all due means, hit me up at For All To Hear gmail.com. For all to hear at outlook.com. I can be reached on Twitter at For All to Hear. My YouTube channel is For All to Hear TV. And now, my Facebook page is DJ Wolf Live, or it's DJ Wolf, was DJ Wolf like live, or it's DJ Wolf space live. Put like that. All right, it's DJ Wolf space live. Don't type space, just space it out live. Okay, on Facebook. I will be trying to do some updates on it between now and sometime this weekend. But feel free to go on it and drop me a line. All right, this is DJ Wolf. I got more to say about this and other stuff on the back burner. I will be talking to you later tonight.